What's up YouTube, SKYAThatOneGuy here, and today we have a pretty interesting video. I'm going to kind of explain it for a little bit here, so if you want to just skip right ahead to the cards, go ahead. But basically what I did is I sorted through over 100,000 bulk holos. So just holos that were usually lower value placed aside. You know, when I buy a large collection, I'll, sort through all the higher value stuff, kind of throw the lower value stuff to the side and deal with it at a later date. So finally today was that day, and I spent probably about 40 hours going through over 100,000 cards, sorting them, condensing 5,000 count boxes. So over 100,000 cards that were almost entirely holos. There was some rares and some commons in there, but I'd say 90%, 95% of it was all holos. Like I said, it took me about 40 hours, so this was a span of a few days, just doing this for 10, 12, 14 hours a day. And I did have to ship some of the cards, so you won't see everything that I found in my bulk, but you'll see a good amount of it, and it is sorted by value, so we'll show you the more expensive stuff first, whatever's not shipped at least. And then I did want to say I'm not affiliated with any card shops or anything like that. This is just me sorting through my own personal bulk that I built up over years. And I did avoid some of the more recent bulk. I didn't really want to touch that too soon, so if it's within the last year or two, I usually just set it aside and I'll deal with that later. So 2 minutes of talking, I guess we'll get into the video now. So the first thing I did find was I found a lot of these Rise of the Mega Monarchs. These are like 60 bucks now, so probably gonna get a reprint, probably gonna drop in value later, but I found a bunch of these and they all sold. I still had one that I found after I had posted them, but those all sold and all have been shipped. I did have 1 day's worth of orders that I had to ship, so some of the more popular fast selling cards are already gone. So if you can imagine, there was maybe 8 of these. So then we have I only found one of these. This was $20, which was pretty surprising for an OTS Super. And then, so we got $15 cards. I found a decent amount of $15 cards, the Wandering Kings and the Sky Gallopings. So, nothing too crazy yet. This is just $15 and above what's left. There was actually, that pile was probably, 4 times that before I started, but that's okay. So here's some $12 stuff. So the bulk foils did have star foils, so I included those. There was a Fluffle Bear, no idea why that's $12, but pretty cool. And then I found like, I want to say 10 or 20 of these Fusion Destinies, and they all sold. So I think I've priced them a little too low, but that's totally okay. Happy to provide players with those. And then I found a Quintet Magician, and I did dig through some old bulk and found some Metamorphosis. So these are all pack fresh, first edition Pharaonic Guardian, about 12 bucks each. Could have listed them for 15, but I chose to go with 12 and just get them sold. So, and yeah, those are all literally pack fresh. So probably some of the cleanest ones on the market. Then we got a few $10 cards here, nothing too crazy. Once we get to $8, you start seeing the volume. But these are all $10. Really surprised by the Black Wings, didn't expect those at all. Didn't expect the star foils either. So that is everything $10 and up. It really doesn't look like much because so much has sold. But now let's get into the $8 cards. So this is where it gets a little crazy. Let's see. Let me make sure I did this right. Oh no, did I lose my dividers? Hold on. Oh, okay, no, I see what happened. Okay. Sorry, guys. I see what happened. Okay. Okay, so everything in this pile is $8 and up. So individually, each card, $8. So we have Edge Imp Chains. These are $8 each. And we found, I want to say 30 something of those. So really good stack of those, about 30 of them. We'll just say roughly, all Fusion Enforcers. And there was only a few listings at $8, so I could have listed them at 10 or 12. But I just kind of chose just $8. Let's just sell those, and again, just makes it more accessible for the market to get those. So Found some token collectors. These are the ultra rares. These are the Soul Fusion promos. Quite a few of those. Pretty surprised those were $8. And then these are the DDD Flame King Ignis from CT13. So definitely opened up a lot of those 10s back in the day and had a ton of the promos lying around. And those are $8 each as well. So pretty good, let's see, started right there. Pretty good $8 stack for every card being $8 in there. So $7 stack was much less impressive. Only Shave Forces and Ultra Prep. I had no idea that was $7 though. So that's the $7 pile so far. And again, like a lot of these did already sell and I already shipped them. So I wish I could have got this done sooner, but just organizing all of the cards, listing them, just took so many hours and it was spread over multiple days. So I had to do some shipping in between. So just a few quick $6 cards here. Found some cool rares. There wasn't much rares to pick through, but the rares that were in there were pretty good. So found those. Level limits. Surprised I didn't have more Fluffle Penguins. I think I actually sold those when they hit like $2 or $3. So I didn't have too many of those. And then we get into the $5 pile. And very impressed with how many gold rares are worth $5. So here's Royal Swamp Eels, Backjacks. Pretty surprised on those. Machina, I was super impressed with Machina prices. If these were first ed near mint, they'd be like $10. But they were all a little scratched up, so I put them at like mod play. So this was worth money for some reason. I had like 20 of those. Yeah, so all $5 cards. Super surprised by these gold rares being $5. Number C40. Not sure what's going on there. If that's the collector's market or something. But so that's all the cards that I found that were $5 up. That's left over from what we had already shipped. So I already shipped a bunch. Stack was maybe almost double that before we did all our shipping. So that's all the main stuff you're gonna see. But the bulk of it really comes from the $4, $3, $2 stuff. So if you're just kind of interested, you know, maybe you're picking through your own bulk holos and just seeing what maybe you should pull out, or maybe you have a 5K full of bulk holos like I did, just lying around, and this will give you an idea to kind of choose what you want to pick out of there. So here's all the $4 stuff. Dinotheriums, found a Sphere Karibo, some Ghost Bells. Like I said, there was some commons in there. There was some Starfoils in there. Silent Wobbies. I don't know why those are $4, but very cool. Blackwings, very impressed with the Blackwing prices. Pretty insane. Some Time Lords. So Michelin, Sandion, Token Collector. These Magnet Warriors were worth a pretty good amount too, like $4 each for all three of them. Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Then Patchworks. So these were kind of crazy. So I have like 30 of these. I had like 40 actually. I listed them at $3. I'm the cheapest seller on tcgplayer at $3 each on these. And they were selling so fast. Like, I was the only seller in the $3 range, except for one other guy who only had 3 cards. And then it quickly bumped up to $4 and $5. So, you know, if I was just going for the money, I definitely could have aimed for $5 each on these. And these will probably sell out really quick at $3. But I had like 40 copies. I don't know, maybe down to 20-ish or so now. Pretty cool. And then just a few other $4 cards here, or 3, are we on 3? $3 or $4. Thunder Dragon Fusion. Some gold rares, lots of gold rares that are worth like $4. Pretty impressive. And Link Spider, so yeah. So those are all the $4 cards. And then the stack of $3 cards should be pretty quick. I think the stack of $2 cards is where it gets a little crazy. So $3 cards, pretty big stack of cards here. Or actually, yeah, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, so we'll start off with that. So we're gonna kind of go much faster here. So just some Gravekeeper stuff, Machina, Cosmo. Needle Ceilings, really surprised by those. Like I said, there was one box that had some Pack Fresh old commons, so it's like 30 Pack Fresh Needle Ceilings there, all first edition Pharaonic Guardian. Then there was some Gozen matches, personal spoofings. There wasn't many commons to go through, but the ones that were in there were usually pretty good. So I went ahead and pulled them out and listed those as well. But yeah, personal spoofings from OTS, pretty surprised about that. Dolce Palooza. I found one random Imperial Order in my bulk. Don't know what that was doing in there, but it's pretty beat up. More $3 cards, Vampire Takeovers. There was a bunch of these in there as well. Quite a few of those sold already. These are like damaged metamorphosis, or else they'd be worth more. Dark Core Charge, Vampire Kingdoms. Really surprised about that DD guy. Another DD, some... Oh, actually, I think there's more of that King Cali. There's a bunch of gold rares. I don't know why these are all $3 each. I guess it's just an older set, number collectors. Then, same with these. Number 105, number 11. This Ghost Trick Angel, I opened up so much of this set. I opened up, like, so much of this set. So I had a lot of those, as you can see. And then guys, I also opened up a lot of Battles of Legends, so there's quite a few of these. Again, this was another one that I listed at $3. Definitely could have aimed for $4 or $5, but I just chose to sell them off. And figured help me get quick sales, helps the market get their cards more affordably, so don't really need to go too crazy on the price. So yeah, I put those all at $3 each, probably about 40 of those. So definitely starts adding up quick. Yeah, so we'll go through the last $3 pile right here. Just some Mayakashis, some old collector's tint stuff, random stuff that's just chilling in the bulk. More common bulk stuff would be the Battles of Legend White Aura Whales, the Deuces Celestial Double Stars. Definitely found a lot of those. So, Coral Dragons, Prank Kids, Predaplant. I found a ton of these as well. Another card that was like $3, but there's random Baylinks at the end. So this was another card that was like $3, the lowest seller, and then after that it quickly, like in one day, it easily could have been a $5 card just from, you know, 2 or 3 people buying a play set. So definitely could have aimed higher, but just made them a little bit more affordable for the player base. So that is all of the $3 cards. We're definitely going to show the $2 cards because there's not too many. It's not too ridiculous. Once we get into the $1 cards, it starts getting a little wild. I've got like a full 5,000 count box full of $1 cards. And I was pretty picky on what I put in the $1 cards too. I wasn't just putting it in there because it was $1. I put it in there if it was like $1.50, $1.75. So anyways, these are the $2 cards. So I only found 5 of these. I actually pulled out like 30 of these not too long ago. So only 5 left on the second run through. There's some fabled stuff. Kind of just ignored Hidden Arsenal in my bulk forever, and then I looked it up and they were worth a little bit, so decided it was time to pull some of them out. Fairy Knight Inguinars, don't know how to pronounce that. Number C105. Sylvans, First Movement, Thunder Dragon Fusion. This would have been worth more, but it had a bend at the top. Some Dark Contracts, more Gravekeepers. First of the Dragons, First Movement Silos, Paleozoic. More of gold rares. I was really impressed by all the value I pulled out of PGL3. There's just so much value in that set. Super impressive. So some more gold rares, more PGL stuff. PGL3, I think. Oh no, PGLD first premium gold. So number C9 and number... Oh no, just C9 in this stack. So Cosmos. So lots of $2 stuff. Pretty obvious stuff that a lot of people have just chilling in their bulk. Along with some randoms, but here's like another obvious one. Like a lot of people have these just chilling in their bulk, and they sell for like $2.50, $3. So Neos Fusion had a ton of those as well, maybe 15 or 20. So 24 of those real quick. So not bad. Another card that was a little undervalued in terms of the other sellers on the market. Soul Release, and tons of Icarus Attacks, tons of X-Fighters, Reborns, and yeah, so that is it for the $2. Oh wait, no, just kidding. There's 2 more piles of $2, I forgot. Okay, so $2, so Imdux, found a bunch of Imdux, sold. I already shipped like 10 or 15 of those. Odd Eyes Venom. A lot of those as well from Battles of Legend. So hopefully this video will give you an idea on what to pull out of your bulk. And, you know, if you ever had 100,000 bulk holos, this is kind of what you'd expect after you put in, you know, well over 20 hours worth of just searching alone. I mean, I spent about 40 hours, I'd say, but I did have condensing boxes. I was, you know, I was doing other things other than just pulling the cards. Sounds like my neighbor's dogs are going off over there. But there's some Buster Whelps. A lot of those. Wolf, this was another one that I put at the $2 pile, but basically any seller that had 3 or more copies had it at $3, so probably could have gone a little higher on him. Yeah, so I was basically the only seller with 3 copies of those. So if you want a play set from the same person, I was the only guy selling it for $2. Everybody else had it at $3, so. Performer Pal, Odd Eyes Dissolver, didn't even know that one was $2. Actually, I just looked up. So a good thing you can do when you're looking through bulk is if you have a bunch of cards from the same set, like I had a ton of Battles of Legends stuff, I would just look up that set and just scroll through the list with the highest, most expensive cards at the top of the list, and then I would kind of just scroll until I hit the $2 mark. And if it was on that list above $2, I would pull it out. So a pretty easy way to tell what's worth kind of pulling out from when you have a bunch of holos from the same set like Battles of Legends. So Neo-Spacians there, some Alter Guys, Performer Pal, tons of $2 holos. And this will be the last $2 pile, and then we'll kind of see how we're doing. So just a few random throw-ins here. Some damaged stuff. Damaged stuff does sell. It's a little slow, but it sells. Here's some number 70s. Cool little spider. I think I actually sold some of these at like $4 like a few weeks back, and then I went to finally restock him and he went down a little bit, but I think that was just because like me and one other guy had like 20 copies each, so that probably just temporary hurts on that price. Just a little oversaturated on the market now because of us, and I'm sure others as well. So Paleozoic Deinamiscus, Vampire Dominations, lots of dual power stuff getting pulled out. Topic Onatopia, found like 15, 20 of those. Oh, maybe more actually. Sorry, that's like 30. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we found a ton of those. Yep. So those are all that card at $2 each. So maybe 40 of those, something like that. Yeah, so. And there was some cards that I actually listed like 20, 30, 40 copies, and somebody bought all 30 or 40 of them. So a lot of speculation going on when you list this many cards at once. There's definitely no card shop that needs, you know, 30 copies of that same card. I don't know what they're doing. So I don't think it was a card shop purchase. I think it was speculation. So then we'll get into some of the $1 cards, but they're kind of more chaotic. It gets a lot more hectic for sure. So let's go ahead and get these out here. So there was a couple comments here, but yeah, these are all, so everything in here is like, I say $1, these are all $1, but realistically these were all like $1.50, $1.75, much closer to $2 than $1. So Tuning Magician made like 50 of those. Unizombies. Okay, sounds like my daughter's awake. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here, but you guys can get a pretty good idea of just, you know, what all I pulled out of my bulk. And yeah, so if you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know. Like I said, I searched over 100,000 bulk holos, so you have to picture it like I have these boxes stacked up. There's 5,000 holos in each box, and I had just a giant wall of those boxes to go through. So it took me like over 40 hours, and once I finally finish shipping and everything, it'll be much more time invested, but I think it turned out pretty good. And if you want to buy any of these cards, you can check me out on tcgplayer, but that's not really the point of this video. Kind of just wanted to show this in case anybody else wants to pick through their bulk and find some cards, or, you know, just get an idea of what you find when you spend that much time looking through bulk holos. So let me know what you guys thought about this type of video. Definitely different than what I usually do, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys in the next video.